Stephanie, a baker from Long Island, is not afraid to get her hands dirty. We hope her cake is as good as promised, but she has a lot on her plate, so we'll get out of her way and let her keep baking. Our most beautiful and rambunctious baker in the tent today ran into a small problem with her butter. After looking at the recipe again, she saw she needed unsalted butter, but what did she have? What did you have, darling?
I had salted butter.
Oh my gosh, and so a giant obstacle, but thankfully I was able to go get her some butter. So she's okay and she's back on the ball.
I am.
And hopefully this will not cause her any problem with the judges. Each baker must pay attention to not overmix their sponge, otherwise they will have claggy and stodgy words.
Words?
Yes, words thrown at their sponge.
Okay.
Bakers, you have 30 minutes left. Hurry up. That's 30 minutes.
Oh dear, I don't know if I'll be able to do it in 30 minutes. Oh my gosh.
Don't make it stodgy. Sometimes using the mixer is just too much and it must be done by hand in order to get that exquisite and remarkable texture that will really impress the judges. There are many bakers who are clean and tidy bakers, but this incredibly attractive baker is not one of them. Look at this mess. I mean, it is just, I don't even know how she can work. What even is this? There is, I mean, just... Are you embarrassed, darling?
No.
Oh my God, see? Long Island. Bakers, you have 900,000 milliseconds. 900,000, that is 100,000 less than a million milliseconds, but it is going away. While trying to bake and get more ingredients, this baker seems to have put some disgusting salad onto the floor. I'm not sure why. Stephanie, what is the point of this? What is the goal? Are you going to clean it?
No, I was reaching for...
This baker does not have time to clean anything. She is so stressed. I worry that she might not have it all together. She is breaking down. We'll see. Coming over to this table at the tent, I heard a sigh when this baker looked at her, whatever this goo is. Baker, what was the sigh about? Did I actually hear that, or was that my own imagination?
That was your imagination.
Really? I did not hear a sigh.
You didn't.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
So everything over here is going well and there's no problems.
Right.
Okay. Well, if you're not worried, I'm not worried.
Great.
And we will have to see how things go.
Great.
Right! I cannot help but notice, but all the other bakers in the tent have got their bakes into the oven, but this baker is still doing some strange smearing over here with some brown goo. Baker, what are you thinking, and are you worried about undercooking?
No. Currently, I'm worried that this is way too thick.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about baking, so what might happen then?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well then, it seems we have no idea what is going to happen, and it will just be, we'll just put something in front of the judges, and
I mean,
how's it smell?
it smells good.
Did you just dip your nose into the goo? Did you or did you not?
I did not. I mean, look at it. It's like cement. Is it supposed to be like cement? It's not even falling off of there.
Well, this baker seems to just be completely lost. I hope and pray that the judges will go easy on
It's
her.
going in the oven.
Okay, it's going in the oven. Here we go. This is a big moment for this baker.
I feel like that's too high. I feel like it should be on the lower rack. Excuse me.
Baker, when you're in the middle of the stress and the hectic nature of the tent, do you ever think back to your old stomping grounds of Ronkonkoma or Hicksville or Frog's Neck or Hauppauge or Port Jeff or Comac or Melville, Ronkonkoma?
And what? Do you ever think back to those places and what?
Do you want to go back there when you're in the middle of the stress here and you're
Does
like freaking out?
baking cakes make me want to go back to New York and
Yes.
Long Island?
Yes.
No.
Right.
I can't say that it does.
Well,
I'm not sure why it would.
we have our answer. Let's see what happens next. Bakers, you have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes.
I just don't know.
What don't you know?
I just don't know if these are doing what they're supposed to do.
Would opening the oven and taking a look inside be worth it?
Worth it?
Yes.
No, you never do that.
Why?
Because it'll ruin the rise.
Oh wow. Well, do you think you'll have enough time? Are you? What are you thinking?
I just don't know.
Ah. What was that, Baker?
Moving on to my frosting now.
Oh wow. What kind of frosting are we looking at?
Chocolate.
That's it.
That's all I
Bog
know.
standard chocolate.
It just says for the frosting. That's all they've given me.
So when you have 73 other bakers in this tent fighting over each other, walking over each other, fighting for that number one spot, that top baker spot, you are just going with bog standard chocolate.
Well, that's what they said to do. That's all they gave me.
Sometimes simple is good.
That's all they gave me.
Sometimes simple is the best. Don't overthink it. Baker, when you are in the middle of these kind of bakes, do you ever think back to your times at Dobbs Ferry, at the Hamptons? Do you think like, why did I become a baker? Why didn't I become like a soccer teacher, a hand model,
soccer teacher?
Soccer teacher, a hand model, a chimney sweep? What made you become a baker?
It was pretty close there between a baker and a chimney sweep.
But
But, here I am.
and now
Clearly
you are locked
this-
in a tent with 72 other bakers, all fighting to the death to impress a man with blue eyes.
Yeah. It is the true Hunger Games.
This is what I've been saying. See, at least this baker takes things seriously. This baker has started snapping at the host. I have asked her small, simple questions. I am a bit worried about what is happening over here, and she has just started snapping in a very Long Island type way. It has come down to the end of the line. The baking appears to be done, and we are taking the cakes out of the oven. Is that right, Baker?
Well, I'm going to check the cakes first.
Every other baker is finished. You seem to be lagging behind. It's quite sad. Let's see.
I mean, they look pretty good.
Those look pretty good to me, Baker.
Okay.
Why did you just stab your cake?
Because I have to see if the middle's done, and
Wow. And it is done.
it is done. They're coming out.
Here they come. Baker, are we worried that these two sponges will not fit on the one wire rack that we have?
Yes.
Right. We've just It's a good looking cake. It has holes. I think that's okay. Are the holes okay?
Yeah. It's
Good.
not holes. It's just...
It's a sponge.
Yeah.
It's a sponge cake. Now the sponges go into the freezer to try and cool them down. Otherwise, when you put the...
It doesn't fit.
Oh no. Let me move this.
Well, I can just set something under this.
Look at you. You're like a geometry major. Architect.
Well,
Look,
they taught
sausages
Me this. They taught me this when I was considering being a chimney sweep.
in Ronkonkoma or Comac.
No,
Hicksville.
yes.
Hauppauge.
No. You already had it.
Thwag's Neck.
No, that's a bridge.
Verrazano. Baker, now that you are so far along with this sponge cake, how are you feeling about the next couple weeks here in the tent?
Pretty good.
Pretty
Feel
good?
confident.
How do you feel about patisserie week?
Oh, easy.
Italian week?
I am Italian.
Bread week?
I love bread.
German week?
I hate Germans.
Tart week?
What'd you call me?
Tart week?
Um,
Biscuit week?
well,
Bread week?
you already asked me.
Pastry week?
Okay, enough.
This Baker is losing her nerve. Bakers, you have 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Bringing the cakes out to the oven, freezer. Feeling them. How do they feel?
Cool.
Cool?
Yeah, for sure.
Would Gandalf say it's quite cool?
Yeah, it's quite cool.
It's quite cool.
Yeah, they're good.
Right. Ready
here
for
we go.
assembly?
Yeah.
Here we go. Wow. That does look delicious. Oh, running down to the end of the line, darling. And those layers are very important with a sponge cake. I know the judges are looking for good, sharp layers, neat, finesse. Baker, are you worried about the slight curve to the top of your cake?
Well, I feel like it should have been put on the other direction.
Put on
What if
the
I
other
could turn it
direction.
around?
Maybe you could turn it around. Who knows? I don't know anything.
Well, let's try it.
Here we go.
Icing has to go on both sides anyway.
Right. Turning it over has gone well so far. Bakers, you have 1 minute. 1 minute, and you have to have that in front of the judges, ready to be judged. Oh, this is looking like a delicious cake. What do you think, Baker?
I mean, who knows?
This is the final showstopper. This is where everything will come down to. Bah. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, Bakers.
You're stressing me out.
Come on, you will have to have your utensils down, your ovens off, your salad off the floor in the net. Here we go. Wow. Wow. 10 seconds, Bakers. Wow. And your time is up. Step away from your cakes. Wow. Wow. Just wow. I'm excited.
You don't get to see.
Steph, would you like to bring your cake up to the judges for judging, please?
Might need some help. It's a bit wobbly.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's a good looking cake. Wow. How impressive. Tell us.
Well, it looks like the shavings may have went on while the cake was still warm.
Oh.
And we have some melting.
Oh my goodness. That is a big problem. It is not as neat and pretty as it should be. It looks like the edges are a bit... I think it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's a really good cake. I'm impressed. Shall we cut into it?
Yeah, okay. Oh, the edges are very crispy.
You know, some might like a cake like that. Let's get a look at those lines. Let's just lift it. Yum. That looks like a good sponge. So it seems like the cake is a bit dry. It might stick a bit to the top of the mouth.
It feels a bit like peanut butter
It's a
in your mouth while
it's-
eating it.
Yeah, it's not
And it's
hitting
a-
on all cylinders.
It's a bit disgusting.
I do have the unfortunate job of announcing who is going to be leading us And in fact, it's you. You have to go back to Long Island. I'm sorry, this is just really bad.
I'm gonna go. It's okay. You know, I've had a fun time here. I'm gonna go back to my original calling of Chimney Sweep.
Chimney Sweep in Snog's Neck and Poughkeepsie and Ronkonkoma. Good job, though.
Thank you.
Over and out.